Hello everyone. Today we're going to check the present continuous, or as it is also known, the present progressive. Okay? So, well, before we have seen the simple present, remember? Normally we use the simple present to talk about routines. Okay, for example, I study every day. But this is not necessarily the action that I am doing in this moment. Because, for example, in this moment, you're probably in your house, or I suppose you're in your house, and you are sitting on the computer or with your cell phone, or maybe you're in your bedroom, and you're not necessarily studying, you're just watching a video. But normally, that's what we say. I normally study every day, because that's what I usually do. That's my routine. That's the simple present. But in this case, we're going to check something a little different. We're going to check the actions that we are doing in this moment. Okay, for example, in this moment, you can say, I am watching this video. See? That's what you're doing in this moment, specifically. I can also say, I am listening to the teacher. I am teacher, and you are listening to me. Or if you're using your cell phone, you can say, I am using my phone. So you see, you have different actions that are happening in this moment. When an action happens in this moment, we use the present continuous. Okay, so actions happening in this moment, we use the present continuous for actions happening in this moment, or something similar with different words, actions in progress. Okay, so this is the timeline of events. Okay, this is the timeline, and the actions are happening here in the present. Okay, this line is obviously constantly moving, and the actions are continuous in this moment. Okay, the actions is continuous in this moment. For the people that know mathematics, that means that the derivative in that point exists. So you can say, I am listening to the teacher. Okay, I am listening to the teacher. That's what you're doing right now. Now, about the structure of the present continuous. As you see, the verb has two parts. The verb has two parts. The verb be and the verb with ing. So you see, I am listening to the teacher. I am. So let's take some considerations. First of all, remember that the verb to be is going to adapt to the situation. So for example, in this case, I am listening to the teacher. Okay, but my friend Simone is listening to the teacher. And as a class, we are listening to the teacher. So you see, the verb to be depends of the subject. Okay, it depends of the person. Okay, I am listening. I cannot say I is or I be. No, I am, she, he is, we, you, they are. The second part, you can have different types of statements. You can have affirmative sentences and you can have negative sentences. The affirmative is the one that we have already seen. We are listening to the teacher. Okay, this is a statement that is affirmative. But I can also make them negative. To make a sentence negative in the present continuous, you just put the not with the verb to be. So we are not listening to music. And if you want, you can use the contractions. Is not, isn't, are not, aren't. Now, if you want to make questions in the present continuous, for example, this, you are eating with your friends. But wait a minute, this is not a question. This is a statement. You're just saying you are eating with your friends. If you tell this to a person, you're not asking them anything. You're just telling them you are eating with your friends. You're just giving this as an affirmation. That's it. So the way to transform this into a yes-no question is very simple. It's very simple. In English, usually all the questions are formed in a very similar way. Normally, you move something to the beginning of the sentence. Okay, that's it. You just move one word to the beginning of the sentence in all of the questions in English. So in this case, are you eating with your friends? That's the question. So normally, remember, you only move one word. In this case, are. Okay, are you eating with your friends? And obviously the answers could be affirmative or negative. You can say, yes, I am. or no, I am not. You can use the contractions whenever you consider them necessary. Let's see another example. Is she? No, she is driving to school. That's not a question. That is just a statement. If I want to transform this sentence into a question, I have to move one word. What word do you think it should be? Exactly, it is the verb be. You just move it to the beginning of the sentence. Okay, is she driving to school? And obviously the answers could be yes or no. But remember, we should say the complete short answer. Yes, she is. No, she's not. Now, I can also make the other type of questions. Remember, when you want to have specific information, you can use the WH questions. So, for example, she is driving. That's perfect. That's fine. I am not asking anything, but I want to know the reason. So, if you check here, you have different WH words for different information. If you're asking for a thing, you're going to use what. If you're asking for a place, you're going to use where, etc. Okay? Remember, there are more WH words, but at the moment, we're just going to concentrate on these ones. So in this case, if I am going to ask for a reason, probably I am going to use why. So in this case, the question would be, why is she driving? I don't know. Why is she driving? And you can give me your answer. Maybe you can tell me, she's going to a meeting. Or maybe you can say, she likes to drive. That is the reason why she is driving. Okay, if you want, you can also give the complete sentence. You can say, she is driving because she is going to a meeting. Or she is driving because she likes to drive. So you have a lot of different sentences that you can make using the present continuous. Remember, it happens in the present, so it's an action that is continuous in this moment. For example, I am listening to the teacher in this moment. We are sitting on a chair, I assume, unless you're in your bedroom, in which case we are sitting in the bed or in the sofa. My friend Anita, she is in her house and she is studying English in this moment because this is the moment of the class. Obviously, my friend Carlos is not eating during the class. Okay, obviously, because we don't eat during the class. And obviously, in this moment, I, the teacher, I am not listening to music. You see, you cannot hear any sound here. Now, let's concentrate for a moment in the ing. Normally, you just put ing to the verb, but there are some rules that we have to follow. In general, you just do this. You add the ing to the verb. For example, do, doing, eat, eating, read, reading. Okay, so that's the normal case. You just put ing to the verb. But there are some special cases. There are two special cases. The first special case is when the verb finishes in an unvoiced E. Unvoiced means that you don't pronounce that letter. So for example, in this case, leave. The E at the end is silent. Take. The E at the end is silent. Make. The E doesn't sound. So usually when you finish a word in E, it doesn't sound. So for that reason, you are going to eliminate the letter E and then put the ing. So leave, leaving. Take, taking. Make, making. Okay, this is what usually happens. Obviously, remember that there are always exceptions, because as I said, it is unvoiced. So for example, in the case of see, in that case, you pronounce this letter E, so you cannot omit it. Seeing, okay, seeing. So remember, if you eliminate the letter E, if you don't pronounce it. Now the second special case, and this one is a more interesting one. Whenever the verb finishes in a tonic syllable that has the structure CVC. Consonant, vowel, consonant. For example, this word, sit. It is tonic because it's only one syllable, sit. And the second thing is consonant, vowel, consonant. So in those cases where you finish in a tonic syllable that is consonant, vowel, consonant, you duplicate the final consonant. So sit, sitting. Okay, double consonant. Another example, permit. Permit. You see? Permit. The emphasis of this word is at the end. So I say, and this finishes in consonant, vowel, consonant. So because of that, you're going to duplicate the consonant. You see? Permitting with double T. However, remember, I said tonic syllables. For example, the verb order. I will order my room. Order. The emphasis is in or. Even though it finishes in consonant, vowel, consonant, you don't duplicate the letter, because in this case the word order has the emphasis at the beginning. You only duplicate when you finish in a tonic syllable that finishes in consonant, vowel, consonant. So remember, if it's not tonic syllable, you don't duplicate it. So order, ordering, no duplication. Listen. You see? Listen. So when even though it finishes in consonant, vowel, consonant, we don't duplicate because it's not tonic. Okay? Listen, listening, listening. So you see, it depends on the emphasis. A lot of the spelling rules in English depend on the spelling, on the pronunciation. But obviously, as always, there are special cases for the special cases. There are 3 letters that we never duplicate. Okay, even if it's tonic, even if you finish in consonant, vowel, consonant, you never duplicate these letters. For these 3 special letters, it's just the general rule. ing. Snow. Snowing. Okay, the W is just, you never duplicate W. Fix. Fixing. Don't duplicate the X. Say. Saying. Don't duplicate the Y. Okay, so these 3 letters are the exceptions. We never duplicate W, we never duplicate X, and we never duplicate Y. Why is that? What is the reason for this? Well, usually it's because of the pronunciation. Snow is like a vowel. Usually, the pronunciation is usually like a vowel. Fix is actually 2 sounds. And say, the same as W. It's also usually a vowel sound. So it's technically because of the pronunciation that you don't duplicate this. But just in general, remember, never duplicate those 3 letters, the W or X or Y. And that's it with the special cases, and that's it with the rules for the spelling of the ing. Summary. So please remember, the present continuous is about actions in progress. That means actions that are happening in this moment, in the present. Okay, they are continuous in the present. Okay, the function for the people that are in the university and studying engineering. The function in this point is continuous. Okay, that will make sense for some people. The structure, normally, the normal structure of the present continuous is that we use the verb to be and the verb with ing. Remember that the verb to be depends of the subject. I am watching this video, but my friend Rose, she is watching this video. Okay, remember the verb to be depends of the subject. And for the ing, remember that you have some spelling rules. In general, it's just ing, but you have 2 special cases. And that's it for this. So please remember to give a like to this video, subscribe, share it with your friends in all your social media, please. And, well, that's it for now. Remember to wash your hands, and that's it. Bye-bye.